So the accident was her fault, but you're asking the court to disregard the fact that you didn't have appropriate insurance and you didn't have a license to operate a business, and you were giving the car over to people, some of whom may have had licenses, some of whom didn't.
No, I just gave it to her.
You mean this was the first time you did that?
That was the only time I did that.
So this was the first and only time that you leased out your car. Prior to that, you were just doing driving.
Yes.
And pocketing the money. So it was still two things that were wrong. You understand? Okay. So now I have to sort of balance the equities, whether or not I choose to help you at all or not. So it's not a clear cut that it's her fault and I have no responsibility. You're supposed to have full coverage on your car. If you did what you were supposed to do, what you contractually obligated yourself to do, Mr. Pointer, when you bought the car, we wouldn't be here today. Or you would be here today seeking a $500 deductible from her because you would have had insurance that you promised you would get, right?
I had insurance. I was covered under a friend, and she said she wasn't going to help me pay to get the car fixed.
You're covered. What does that mean? You're covered under a friend.
It's not my insurance. I'm under someone.
Whose insurance?
Dominique. I have papers.
Explain that to me.
I bought the car outright with my money, and I didn't have insurance, so she put me under her insurance. So I was able to cover the car, but she said she's not going to come out of, well, she's not going to have the insurance paid to fix the car.
I want to see the registration, the VIN number for a car, and I want to see an insurance document that said this car is covered for liability and collision. That's what I want to see. Great. Car is titled in your name, and it says that you have continuous liability coverage. It doesn't have collision. That's exactly what I said. Your car, the car is in your name, doesn't have collision coverage. And you were added as an additional driver. I don't know what kind of nonsense that is. It doesn't say you have collision. Who's Dominique?
She's not here. She had to work.
Who is it?
It's a friend of mine.
Okay. I want to see a picture of the car. That's not a tap.
I drove the car to his house over half an hour away. That's not the condition the car was in. There's no way I could have driven that car.
She didn't even leave the car in front of my house. She abandoned it 3 or 4 blocks away.
It was 2 houses down from his because there was cars parked out front of his house.
It was abandoned 3 or 4 blocks away.
It was 2 houses down.
Where is the car now?
The car is in the shop.
Did you have an estimate?
Yes, it's right here.
I'd like to see it.
That was a light tap.
Okay, but if we both driven the car after the accident, how did it look like that?
The radiator, I was driving.
Don't talk to each other, please. Do you have a police report?
I don't have the police report.
Do you have a police report? I'd like to take a look at it. This accident happened at 4:45. Is that right?
Yeah.
Where were you going?
I was bringing the car back to him.
Where had you been?
I was just dropping off a few friends.
Where had you been?
I was home. I borrowed his car to be the designated driver for my friends, and I dropped some people off, and then I was delivering back the car.
Okay. You have an estimate for the car for $4,500. I actually think that you have partial responsibility for not doing what you were supposed to do, was to have collision coverage on the car. I don't believe your whole story, by the way, about who Dominique is. She's a friend, whatever. Not buying it. There's a piece of this story that I'm not getting. But one thing I'm certain of is that you were operating a business without an appropriate license, and you didn't cover the car for both liability and collision, which you were required to do under your contract. So you have to suffer a penalty for that.
They didn't tell me
But you had an accident with the car.
Yes.
And the accident was your fault. Mm-hmm. Your fault. You have an estimate for $4,500. You're going to eat $500 of that because that would have been the deductible that you would have had to eat if you had proper insurance. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $4,000. That's all we're done.
Thank you.
Parties are excused.